Hello, this presentation was created to share with members of the Stone Ridge HOA. The Stone Ridge Owners Association exists for the benefit of the owners of the properties in the Stone Ridge subdivision. This board is entrusted with the business and affairs of the association. The powers and duties of the board are enumerated in the Code of Regulations of the association. This board has lost its way and is no longer following the process of the regulations of the association but rather has substituted your own subjective idea as to how to benefit the property owners of Stone Ridge, passing resolutions which you hold out to be restrictive covenants, applying subjective standards when considering issues of the Architectural Review Board, strong-arming residents with certified letters from attorneys which threaten lawsuit assessments against our property, and failing to timely respond to requests for answers from the very residents you are supposed to be serving, are only a small sampling of the failures of this board. You are treating this board as your own personal enforcement agency. There are no published guidelines for the homeowner to see the standard for review of the Architectural Review Board. The application of any standards are arbitrary and subjective, and usually no reason is given for rejection, or the rejections are inconsistent from owner to owner. There is acquiescence in the enforcement of some violations and strict enforcement to others. Due to your continued failure to act in the best interests of the members of the Stone Ridge Owners Association, I am hereby requesting each of you resign your position immediately, or the membership will call for a vote for your removal, as outlined in the Code of Regulations. The Stone Ridge HOA had managed to build up to a cash balance. The Stone Ridge HOA had managed to build up to a cash balance of $210,000 as of 2023. The current board is projected to have only $125,000 in cash by the end of 2025. We have a projected loss of $80,000. From 2016 to 2022, the legal expenses have been kept to a moderate average of $1,000 per year. The 2023 legal actuals were $4,657.25. The 2024 legal actuals were $13,195.25, and the 2025 legal budget is $20,000. This is an expense of $37,852 in just 3 years versus $6,805. The board's roles and responsibilities are confusing. It has been stated numerous times that the board members are all equal. However, the Code of Regulations indicates each positions have different roles and responsibilities. On various official form, the positions do not match up. The HOA has been paying a treasurer/secretary/administrator for many years. When was the last time this was put up for a volunteer position? Voted for? We are currently paying 2 individuals for a 5 to 7 month training period at an expense of nearly $9,000. During the April 2025 HOA members meeting, the board communicated that the pond in the views is going to require a 6-figure investment in the near future. The HOA stated that there will most likely be a need for an assessment against all homeowners in the future to cover this expense. For every $100,000 spent, that equals $100 per homeowner. With this in mind, is it financially prudent to be spending $38,000 for new street signs in the views, $20,000 in legal fees, and $8,900 in administrator and training fees with a 6-figure repair soon? The HOA stated that there will most likely be a need for an assessment against homeowners in the future to cover this expense. The HOA was not satisfied that the covenants did not grant them administrative enforcement authority. The board sought to unilaterally create this authority by creating new rules, regulations, and fines by distributing new resolutions. These resolutions were not enforceable. The July 29 and September 19 resolutions distributed by the HOA are not enforceable. These created much stress and disharmony within the neighborhood. The HOA sent legal notices to many homeowners requiring action or face further legal actions. This cost the HOA in legal fees and some homeowners as well. The HOA believed they could interpret the covenants with their personal beliefs and desires. This is not permitted. The board can only enforce what is written. The covenants are objective documents and not subject to the desires of HOA boards that change over time. The HOA believed that could restrict homeowners based on items such as sunlight, airflow, shadows, and other factors outside of their authority and expertise. The HOA believes they are allowed to assist in your selections of contractor. They also believe that they can restrict your timeline to completion of your project. The results of this HOA's overreach based on unenforceable or misinterpretation of the covenants has had financial impact not only on the HOA's budget, but to individual homeowners as well. This includes items such as cutting the tops off acceptable screening and removing acceptable screening. The HOA spent money on sending legal notices to homeowners for flags that are protected both constitutionally and within our own covenants. The HOA filed an injunction against a homeowner seeking an outbuilding variance request. The exact request was later granted with a settlement requiring the homeowner to pay a percentage of the HOA's legal fees. Who knows the number of denials based on the HOA's interpretations? The May 2025 meetings are an indication of the HOA. There has been no avenue presented to share these concerns with the HOA members.